Okay, so what is known? Some freezing rain from northwestern Kansas to Sierra Nevada to Colorado, then to Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin. Significant snowfall totals with 60 plus inches in the Sierra Nevada and parts of the Rockies, and possibly up to 2 feet in spots from Nebraska to Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. And then some possible ice storm warning criteria accumulations. Some uncertainties, though, exist with the exact track, with slight shifts still expected, and the exact amounts. Also, some timing issues as well, but for the most part, those are solved. Okay, here we have the GFS model. This is where the storm is currently in the western part of the United States. Already some heavy snowfall occurring in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and then heavy rainfall occurring from, moderate to heavy rainfall occurring from San Francisco down to almost Los Angeles and then into Nevada. So here we have 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Saturday. That's when you can expect to see the worst of it begin. 6 p.m., 9 p.m., 12 a.m. Central Daylight Time. You can see that the snow begins to wind down a bit over here. 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m. Then it starts moving on to the Central Plains. So this would be 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., 12 a.m. You can expect to see the snow begin in Nebraska, speaking of which there will be snow days for many of you towards Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, possibly even a bit into Iowa and western Wisconsin. And then obviously the mountain ranges here. There could be no school just because of the significant amount of snow that's expected. So here we have 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m. is when you see the low pressure begin its re-intensification. Then 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Then we move on to the Midwest, where we start to see a well-established snow zone, and then you have the mixed precipitation zone where you can see mixture of sleet, snow, but most importantly, the freezing rain. We're looking at early indications of possibly some areas getting up to 1/4 of an inch of icing, if not more. But for now, just because of the significant uncertainties regarding its exact position and its intensity, the National Weather Service for now is indicating up to 1/10 of an inch in many spots just to be safe. So if you're wondering about that, that's why. Then 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. Actually, yeah, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, this is where we could see a possible rebirth of the storm, where you could see another time of light to moderate snowfall be established over here, but I'll show you that in the other models. And then here's the amount of snow the GFS is indicating. So indicating up to 23 inches in central Minnesota, and then 65 inches, not including the already fallen snow. So many feet of snow expected there, and that seems to really undermine the snowfall totals here in the mountains, but still significant nevertheless. Again, here we have now this time the Canadian model. So basically, again, showing the same things, except the one thing about this model is that it shows it coming into the Central Plains about a couple hours earlier. But then also, here's where I would like to really point something out, is that especially from southern South Dakota and into central Minnesota, possibly northwestern Wisconsin, there could be times where you could see 2 to 3 inches per hour of snowfall. So expect travel to quickly deteriorate. And then this being added on in addition to obviously the snow before and afterhand. And then again, there's that well-established freezing rain zone, where again there could be some significant icing before it moves off. And then there's the rebirth I've been talking about that would begin into the formation band, and then this low pressure system pretty much takes it and is like, you go ahead, I'll take your deformation band. And then it moves off to the northeast. Snow accumulations, according to the Canadian, are much more significant in this area and can possibly up to 31 inches here and into the upper 20s, and then 8 to 12 inches here, and then the rebirth zone 2 to 4 inches. And then again, Sierra Nevada, quite a lot of snow expected. Same thing with the Rockies here. So this will be one of your more significant winter storms of the season. For sure, the most significant so far for 2023 at least. We have the RDPS model here. So again, that title. Heavy snowfall in the Rockies before you see a shift into the Central Plains. And then this model also indicates the possibility of maybe perhaps 3.5 inches per hour, but that would be right next to the freezing rain and snow line. So the snow there will be particularly wet and heavy. And then again, it shifts off before. This one also shows the rebirth system, but unfortunately can't go much further. So again, according to this one, not including the rebirth. Again, looking at some very significant snow accumulations, 25 inches plus in some areas. And then I like this model because it's more realistic based on the elevation when it comes to the Rockies. So I do definitely like that.